shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Following the interception, Mayfield. Pass incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Mayfield. Thomas brings it in. Touchdown. Ian Thomas, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Panthers 7, Rams 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford dancing to his left. Akers back-to-back catches. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage.
He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner. Okay, all right on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Mayfield with it once more. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed.
And this time he is in. Christian McCaffrey with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 14-0.
14. Rams, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're
into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Mayfield on play action. Being chased out left. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Rams, nothing.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Mayfield off the play fake. He's got it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Well, they've got the comfortable lead. Decision time here. Do they go for it, press their luck?
Listen, if I'm the head coach, I take my headset off. I turn to my defense and say, guess what, guys? We're going for it right here, right now. I want the knockout shot, and if it doesn't happen, you've got my back, don't you? Go get it.
And if you don't get it, the other offense, they've got a long way to go in the other direction. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because This group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here we go on fourth. Stafford. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Panthers 24. Rams nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
Take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw, Stafford. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Stafford on 3rd down. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And the Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll go again here with Akers. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard at the 5-yard line.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make it 24-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away.
Oh, the return is Powell.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Rams will go on offense here with the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? calls and eyes settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Mayfield to throw it. He's got Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for a possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Play fake. Mayfield.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Throwing, Mayfield.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 24, Stafford.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
12 yards. That's good for Rams. 1st down. 1st and 10.
They'll run a draw now with Akers.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. To return is Roberts. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time...
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield now. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings us up to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
What we would consider generational for most players, we simply take for granted at this point with Aaron Donald. 7th straight All-Pro season last year, complete with 12.5 sacks and a career high in tackles. And who could forget the sequence he had down the stretch to help Los Angeles secure a Super Bowl win.
That'll be caught by Anderson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. He sees Fuller on the out route, and it's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Rams 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They go play action. Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. On the move to his left. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. CD, you remember John Elway?
Oh, boy. How could I forget John Elway and how many NFL defenses? So glad he's no longer throwing the ball around.
Well, Elway threw for 50. And now here is another interception. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone.
Brandon Powell on the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, this one to the left to Higbee. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing is Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Forced out to his left.
And that one complete downfield to Kupp.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 26 more yards.
Again, it's Stafford. Buying time to his left. And my goodness, another interception.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Run.
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by David Long. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
After the interception, here's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
So deep trouble here, backed up to their own 1-yard line for 2nd and long. Up the gut, McCaffrey. McCaffrey trying to escape, but he cannot. They get him in the end zone, and that's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do